People ask me all the time, how are you here? How did you make it? And I tell them, because an entire team of compassionate individuals came together to take care of me. I was 35 weeks pregnant with my first child. We'd found out it was a little boy and were absolutely elated, and everything was going perfectly until October 17th. I had a doctor's appointment and my blood pressure was really, really high. So they hospitalized me for preeclampsia and admitted me to Heritage that day. I had one job in the whole world as a mother, and that was to get that baby safely to this world. And I felt like I was a failure. I'd been in the hospital for 2 days. I woke up that morning, and when I did, this pain hit me that was absolutely indescribable, and I screamed for my husband. And they thought maybe the placenta had become detached, so they did a C-section right then, immediately. I was scared. I wasn't awake during the C-section. I remember being overwhelmed because I thought I had 5 more weeks before I was going to become a mom. And you kind of prepare yourself mentally, you know, and then all of a sudden, in a moment, the baby's going to be here. When I woke up in recovery, they asked me how I was feeling, and the first thing I said was, I can't breathe. Anxiety is common after a C-section, and that's what they said. That's probably anxiety. Take a deep breath and relax. So I tried to do that. They told me that the baby had been born at 7 pounds and was absolutely healthy, and I was absolutely ecstatic. And then Dr. Sproul came in, and he did something remarkable. He listened to me, he believed me, and he ordered a CT scan stat right then. I can't say that I was at complete peace and everything was perfect, but I knew it would be okay now. I knew that as long as someone was listening, we could make it through anything. We just needed somebody on our side. When the CT scan results came back, they found an aortic dissection. The aorta of my heart had ripped open from just above the aortic root all the way down the entire descending aorta. And I just kind of looked at him dumbfounded, and he said the helicopter's on its way. That was tough because I hadn't seen the baby yet. So that's when it hit me. You know, I'm leaving him, and I have to leave him here. I'm getting on a helicopter to go to Greenville, to go to Pitt County Memorial Hospital, and Nathaniel's here in Charbrough at Heritage Hospital, and I won't be here. And I was devastated. Then they brought him in, and I made myself dry my tears and hold him and kiss him and take a picture where I didn't look so sad over what was happening, because I wanted him to know that despite the circumstances, I was happy that he is here. Then I do the hardest thing that I've ever had to do in my life, telling my little boy goodbye that day. Those healthcare workers showed love and compassion at a time when that was what I needed more than anything. I needed someone to be human, to be compassionate, to see what I was going through and to care. And that was exactly what they did. I could not have asked them to handle it any better. It just wouldn't have been possible. I told my husband I loved him, and I looked down the hall and saw my dad, and I waved to him, and they pushed me into the operating room, and I woke up 3 days later. It was disorienting and confusing, and the first thing I asked for upon waking up was the baby. I said, baby. You kind of get lost in it. It's like the days don't stop. And 6 weeks later, when I was released, you finally felt like you'd gotten to tomorrow. You know, this is what a hospital is supposed to be like. It's not just supposed to be a place to practice medicine. It's not just somewhere that healthcare workers go because that's their career. This is like a home. When you're there for as long as I was, that becomes your home. And these healthcare workers become family. I got to see my son's first steps. I got to hear his first words, and it was Mama. I was there at his first birthday party, and at his second, and at his third, because somebody cared enough to do the hard thing. And I can teach you to talk like you care, to sound like you care, to walk like you cared. But unless you care, I will know the difference. Caring is something that happens on the inside. And I think that's the goal. You treat the patient and you do what's best for them. And when that requires collaboration between you and the patient, you do it. You and the family, you do it. You in another hospital, you do it. Through all that I've been through, more than anything, I think I've realized that there are no insignificant contributions in healthcare. There is no one that doesn't matter. And we are all one team working for one goal. And we are going to win or we are going to lose together. And this time, we won. I got to come home and I get to be a mom, and I'm alive today because we became one team. Clinical staff, non-clinical staff, my family and me. We made it happen. And I cannot say thank you enough. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.